Faction battle. Faction battle. Faction battle. Faction battle. Challenge accepted. Kombat. Triborg. Predator.
What's happening? That's right. The game been out for 10 years. Fuck.
Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight.
Good shit, man.
Wins.
Go to cage. Cage. Come on. Throw us in that cage. Shitting all over the fucking top.
Round one. Fight. 2, fight.
Oh shit. It's gonna be hard to get used to my style, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Cause I don't even know what I'm gonna do to you. So how you gonna figure it out? I don't know how you gonna figure it out.
Wins.
No, so like, yeah, you just gotta keep playing this shit, bro. That's all it is. How long you been playing?
Predator.
No way. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's you playing pretty good though. And then the variation that you're using is a strong character. That shit is when you master that, you're gonna be unbeatable, man.
Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, when you master that, you're gonna be unbeatable. All you gotta do is keep playing with that shit. You're gonna get better every time. I mean, you'll have your days where you be terrible, but just keep playing. Well, I was playing this shit on Xbox when it first came out. Well, not when it first came out. I got it like 2 years after it came out because I waited for them to put CYRAX on it.
Round 1, fight. Round 2, fight. Jason wins.
That robot I was playing with the first time. I mean, I can play with a few other people too. Don't get me wrong, but that's my go-to. That's my favorite, character player. He he got some mixes that it's like impossible to get out. If you get it right, it's just over with. You know what I mean? So it's like to practice it every day. That Predator you're using too, he got some shit, man. A motherfucker, man. When you master that, it's gonna be unbeatable.
Fight.
Yeah, that shit is that's one of the best characters on this game, low key.
at least try.
Round two, fight.
Yeah, Kombat is a bad motherfucker. And that's not even his best variation. That other one that's off far to the left is his best variation. I'm the one far to the right. Yeah, this is a strong one, but yeah, that other variation is way trickier and shit if you ask me.
Predator. Predator.
I don't know the name of that shit. Hold on, it's wait, what was it Kung Jin? It was Shaolin. Shaolin. This one is his best one. Shaolin. Well, it depends too, because this Testrio is hella good too. This is his strongest one, I think. But those two, no, I can't say that. Testrio strong damage. Yeah, I just no, I only use really the other one. Yeah, you probably win this one. I don't play with him. I can use as much practice as I can get with everybody.
Round one.
I'm not fluent with him like that though. There it is. And your variation, the one you're using is the stronger of the two.
Round two, fight.
Oh, so terrible with this dude. I'm just happy to get around, man. I'm just happy to get around on you. That's all.
Final round, fight.
Oh, you should have got hit with that. I don't know what happened there. Bro, I'm not really fond of rematching that. I feel like you gonna win again because you got the better variation out of that. That's a tough win for me to try to get on you. Who else do I play? I'll run it again though. I'll run it again, but I do want to. No, I'll run it again with you though. I'm gonna run it again with you, but I at least want to smoke or give me another little hit of this real quick. Yeah, your predator gonna be good, bro. Just keep playing. Oh, you want that? All right, I'm gonna show you the difference and what was just going on. There's gonna be a lot of hard shit to block. I'm gonna show you the real shit. I wasn't doing the real shit on you yet. Watch, I'm gonna put you in shit you can't get out of. You want me to do that? Put you in the traps? Show you how you can't escape that. I'll show you. I got some traps for you, dog. I'm gonna put you in these traps right now. I ain't gonna really do no big combos. I'm gonna put you in traps.
Round one. Fight.
Yeah. Wow.
Round two. Fight.
Wow. How many? Oh, I ain't even got no EX. What the fuck? I thought I had an EX. Ha ha.
Triborg wins.
Oh, hold on. You got no fast bro. I thought you was at the gym. What you doing, man? 3-5. I heard you a long time. Is that the other one? Oh, I should touch your shoulders.
I remember my first time buying it, my shit was like, when I first started buying it, I was like, I started to grow.
Predator.
You listen to it?
I didn't send that?
No. Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, right.
You said 3-5.
No, you good.
I never.
No, you good, right?
Work. I'll go to work in a minute. Well, a little later.
Came this morning, bro. I was out of town.
Yeah, gotta catch me early, bro. Every day. All right, brother. I'll lock it up. What's that? Oh, next Thursday. That's all right. Oh, yeah. I'm falling down morning. Motherfucker, go. Switch garbage cans with me one time, bitch ass nigga. Switch my shit back.
Round one. Fight.
Oh, yeah, you stay ready with that one. I get hit with that every match. Oh, yeah, it's about to be on now. You ain't been playing this shit that short, man. You been playing this shit longer than you saying. You got some more profile somewhere. You like that one? That was a good move. I tried to knock you into that bomb. Just fucked the bomb up. They was fighting like that bomb was just sitting right there. Yeah, it's gonna be it's hard to be a robot, bro. You going to 10 or what? So we normally do first to 10 and
Round one. Fight.
But you know where you can find me next to being the king of the hill. You go to the king of the hills? You go to the king of the hills? Well, you playing better than you try to. You play better than you try to act like you got time on the game, bro. I think you've been playing a little longer than that. Yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna.
Final round. Fight.
Why you never break? You never break. I was gonna grab you, but I was gonna give you the option to break. You didn't even break. You could have broke that.
Cyborg wins.
Nah, man, you should have broke that. I mean, that's your last. After there's nothing left, so I mean, you use the shit that you got. I mean, you know.
Fight.
Oh, come on, drop it. Now that's a good block. I can't. How many times you gonna let me catch you down? You know what I mean?
Round 2. Fight. Final round. Fight. Finish him. Try.
You are, man. You tightening up. You know what I'm saying? It just be like that, man. It just be like that.
Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight.
Oh, shit. That was crazy, right? He fucking hit that late ass bomb. That bomb was sitting there forever.
Round one. Fight.
Damn, you hit me on every single fucking match first, yo. I showed it trying to do that. I was trying to do something else. Oh, they gave me that? Yo, I never ever did that before. They never gave me that before, yo. Oh shit. I've been playing this game a long time. I have never done that right there. Bro, that was crazy word. You never let me get that move ever. There it is. Oh no, I fucked it up. Ah! Look, that motherfucker hit me. Standing right in his face.
Triborg wins.
Good games, man. I'm about to go to a King of the Hill, man. Good games.
King of the Hill.
He's gonna pop me with shop up because his girlfriend is my smoking partner.
Liu Kang. Kitana. Round one. Fight.
Okay. Oh shit, I haven't seen that one before.
Brutality.
I didn't know that was a brutal.
Liu Kang wins.
I haven't seen that brutal, man.
Pay your respects.
I was playing.
Defended.
Gonna make me start playing with Liu Kang now so I can do that brutal.
Liu Kang.
I just playing. But yeah, I ain't never seen that one.
Tribal.
There's a lot of shit on here they don't be doing. Killing people like with those brutals, we still haven't seen a lot of them.
Round one. Fight.
The Cypher Initiative lives on.
Round two. Fight.
A lot of brutals we don't be seeing. I know you've seen that one before.
Triborg wins. Pay your respects. There is a new king. Triborg. Liu Kang.
Wow. Perfect.
You're a slave to technology.
Your round one. Fight. Round 2. Fight.
Alright, bro. You can't block. You can't block that.
Triborg wins. Pay your respects. Throne defended. Liu Kang.
Oh shit, another one, huh? You said 3, didn't you? I didn't know you was playing with Liu Kang. No, Liu Kang it on up though. That's cool. I'm cool with that. I'm just saying. You know, this shit on YouTube right now, man. I'll fight as many Liu Kangs as you put out there, but I know my fun with Liu Kang gonna come to an end pretty soon because some of them Liu Kangs gonna be fucking around. Ninja Thriller and them. I know you fought Ninja Thriller. You never fought Ninja Thriller, well, he be in here. That motherfucker be in here.
Round 1. Fight.
Alright, that's too much fun. Too much fun.
The Cypher Initiative lives on.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, that's a good knee. That knee ain't no joke. That's it. That stops my whole backdash. That shit plus as fuck. Okay.
Final round. Fight.
Oh, I could run. That knee is fucking retarded, yo. That knee is crazy, yo. Oh. Shit, that fucking knee caught me crazy.
Pay your respects.
Man, that was a good ass fight, yo. Nigga Johnny Cage, stupid.
Throne defended.
Some days it's just better than others, man. Yesterday I was getting my ass whooped for the most part. Today I've been winning. Oh, hey, Gabby. Okay, I gotta get right.
Katana. Triumph.
I am Katana.
Round one. Fight.
Because you can now essentially set him with the biggest testicles in the media on this planet at Tucker Carlson. Yeah, I know Tucker Carlson behind the scenes. And he's pretty much what you did, publicly, but way more hardcore. And I know the inside baseball with friends from Netanyahu against him last year. And more, I was actually out of his place for the single. I'll leave it at that. And I just what he's doing, because Netanyahu is in control of our foreign policy. In fact, I just think you guys have seen an article, if you print that for me. CNN, and they're reporting, and Netanyahu says, how does he know no matter what Trump does? And all the doctors are saying, we can't stop until the regime's gone because they're going to close their news. We can't ever let them do it again. Well, I tell you what, Mr. Sterling, you don't sign up now. You're 42, you can now sign up unless you're 43. You go get it in the boot camp, buddy. Yes. Make a massive announcement right now. And this is just bunker down. What it does is just 20 years younger. I'm not kidding you. Ultra methylene blue. Shut up about it. This is just bunker down. Got it. That's only in blue. Years down at theologystore.com. It is just beyond spectacular. Discover trends and global developments years before they happen right here on the Alex Jones
You always gotta get this up.
And your host Alex Jones, and all hell has broken loose. The United States has walked right into a totally disastrous trap set by the globalists. Trump has completely stepped in it. Israel vows to escalate strikes on Iran as Trump pauses attacks of energy sites. And Trump just extended the deadline 10 more days. So first they had 48 hours last Wednesday. And then last Friday he said, I am giving you a convention on Sunday he did. And now today he says, well, you got 10 more days. How does that look to the world? Meanwhile, we had the Mark Levins, the Mitch Farrells, and all the rest of the literal IDF officers in the shop. Literally. I have the clip saying, hey, we got to lose a lot of soldiers. This is part of America. I took 110,000 Marines and sailors and troops. We lost 20,000+ people, facing 20,000 Japanese. We're done. How about hundreds of thousands done again? So we are now in the 28th day of the U.S. and Israel's war for Trump extends deadline. Global energy crisis. Absolutely down insane from the perspective of peace and justice and freedom. It's a globalist recovery until Trump's plan for capitalism, free market systems again, instead of the Great Reset. Well, just like COVID, bad, people bad. Yeah, very thing. They're saying we got to take out or the global economy will be shut down. Just like, oh, we've got to shut the economy down or it'll be shut down forever. Just 14 days to flatten the curve. And we're trying this over and over and over and over again that it would just be a 4-day war. You know, boots on the ground and Iran would fall like a house of cards. But now Shapiro and Levin and all the neocon Israeli operatives and Lindsey Graham are believe in the Marines.
Throne defended.
We're going to take them Iranians out because they blocked the Strait of Hormuz. And we got to take the whole government out because they can always block it again. Oh, but they didn't block it until they got attacked 28 days ago. And 28 days ago, I went on there on a Saturday show for 3 hours. And I got the archives going through it. And I specifically said, it's about regime change. And they're sleepwalking into this. And then they're going on boots on the ground. And first they're going to use Marines and Special Operations Army to take some of those islands with the oil facilities right there. And then once they're pinned down, overwhelmed, we'll have full commitment. And they'll say, take the full Strait of Hormuz. And they'll say, well, that's impossible because they're too dug in. And so we've got to take the regime out, but you can't do it because it's like shark teeth. You kill one mullah, they got thousands more in line. All you got to be is related to Muhammad, and you can be the Durka Muhammad jihad leader. Durka.
Fight.
And the CIA even told Trump this, and Tulsi Gabbard told him this, and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Kane, told him this, and I told him this. These are known assessments. 90+% probability of what you see now. Now, when you play wrestler alone, with a revolver that has 10 rounds in it, and they got those. Which is a 6 ring. They have 10 and revolver 10 and 22 side issue. Would you load it with 9 bullets and then spin it and then pull the trigger? I wouldn't do it.
Fuck
For $1
no.
million with 1 bullet in it. Risk my life. 1 out of
What about a
10
kid?
shots
Crazy.
blowing my brains out.
Oh, shit.
Bullets in the revolver with 10 cylinders, spun it, and it's going click, 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 click. It's already far gone now.
Oh, shit.
You want a global depression? You want total depression? Or you want natural death? Baby, everybody's gonna get one. I mean, 4 people out there down the road, and they get their whole great reset and forced injections and robot drones. Hell on earth, Trump's all gone. You just remember, you wanted it. That's a minority thing. And Sterling and all the rest of them are we call him neo-Nazi leaders. Chuck Kent, Tucker Carlson, myself gets demonized. I'm going to be a demonized group. Because we like the only Trump that for 10 years said we had to go around our own. They gave all the reasons. And remember, Trump was backing off striking over a month ago. He been given the assessment 5 days before he's Trump. All the intelligence agencies did a report and a review. And all together. And the chairman of the Joint Chiefs was in.
I don't even think it would have ground. That was crazy.
And all the chairman actions working.
Oh, that was crazy. That shit broke my... Oh, man, you broke my EX and broke my wake up.
This is talking military doctrine to the generals and
Reptile
the
wins.
war colleges and schools.
Pay your
So, now we're here.
There is
And you
a
see about 1/3 of the world's fertilizer comes out of it and goes through there. And see, people have to have that now for the planting. They don't. And all the actuaries are there. Global food prices are going to explode. They already are. Even worse. The aftershocks, if this stopped now, will still derail a lot of stuff.
Liu Kang.
Probably could still be fixed if it did it right now. The Iranians aren't stopping. Because their backs are against the wall, and so they are a cornered animal. And that had all been worked out in second, third, fourth order consequences by war planners. And so when Netanyahu and Israel and the CENTCOM commander they control is one of the few that supports all this, the rest military following his orders doing a great job what they were asked to do. That's a whole separate issue.
Fight.
Netanyahu knew full well, as I said 28 days ago on that Saturday, that this would turn into a quagmire. They shut down the Strait of Hormuz, and then the U.S. would have to go and try to open it. And the only way to do that is actually take the regime out, get them to stop. To have the, you can't because it grows on their head every time you cut one off. The U.S. would need 1 million troops to control Iran, not a few thousand currently on their way. Yeah, they need hundreds of thousands to take and hold the Strait of Hormuz, and really over 1 million. The Iranians have over 2 million troops, 1 million standing army, and 1 million auxiliary, and these people are ready to die. And once you get in close, all the fancy technology doesn't do much, okay? Especially when you're, I mean, look,
Round 2.
Iran is like 200 Gazas. It took Israel years to get control of that. And now Iran's mobilizing another 1 million fighters. And that is where we are. So, when I said all this 28 days ago, and now it's all exactly come true, you understand that's because they knew. This is known. This is like if you get 93 octane gasoline and you pour it all over your house, and your house is made out of wood, you pour 5 gallons of gasoline all over your house and you light it, your house is going to burn up. Even the fire department gets there in a few minutes. I mean, it's going to be seriously damaged. Like, this isn't rocket science, okay? So, Netanyahu poured gasoline all over America and the world of common future, and he lit it. And Trump was giving the assessment. Was like, well, actually, maybe I'm not going to do this. They were very close to a peace deal finally. That's confirmed. And Netanyahu went in and attacked. And they told Trump, well, they're going to hit all our sites now because they see an attack by Israel, attack by us. You have to go in or you will be seen as allowing this to happen. And Trump said, okay, do it. You were literally stampeded into this over the edge of a cliff. And now, Ben Shapiro, we've got the clips months ago and a month ago. Don't worry, 11 is fine. It'll be fine. Take them out very quickly. All we got to do is get their missiles and their nuclear. This is what we need to do. Anyone else saying that? That's what they're doing. I don't know if they're like me. I'm a side officer. Say that, but yes. Oh, he got insignias, everything. 100%. 100%. These are all Jonathan Pollards. So, and so is Huckabee. Huckabee is he is the Israeli ambassador to the United States. And this is ballsy, folks. I mean, Israel, and particularly Netanyahu, is going for broke. So this is such an historic moment where we are. It's such a dangerous moment. I mean, I've been on there 32 years in April. Like 15, 16 days. First went on there April 15, 1994. Down at City, you're checking it out to take classes. You had already been spoken to city council and county commissions, and some of the right wingers, you knew me because I've been in the Pat Buchanan campaigns. They said, hey, we're doing a show on the IRS and the Federal Reserve. You want to come in here on our panel if you're not scared? A couple old men, nice guys. I said, I'm not scared. I want to get on here. What do you go? We'll just hook this microphone up. We're going live in about an hour. Went out and ate Mexican food after it. So 32 years on April 15th next month. That's like 18 days. And nothing has ever compared anywhere close to the danger and insanity of all of this. And it ties into the Russia war, Ukraine, just total crazy town. So first I want to play it again, that 2-minute compilation we played yesterday of Trump, and we played it an hour long. Saying it's World War III, it's insane, you get war with Iran, you get Kamala, don't do it. And then I want to play you, and I got a bunch of these, Ben Shapiro. So 21, 22, and 20. And obviously I can start to stop these analyzes lies, but I've already done it. I'm going to play these straight through. I'm going to play Trump. I'm going to play him straight through. And we've got the clips too of him in the past saying, don't worry, no boots to the ground. That's a lie. These are people who know what they're doing. They're trying to scare you. And this is like wildly unpopular, as you know. And ground troops are totally unpopular. By the way, I was the first to tell you 3 weeks ago they're getting ground troops ready for the Army and Marines. And weeks later they started announcing they were being sent to the area, but not for straight or moves to the islands. Now they've been telling you the last week, oh yeah, they are, and they can easily take it. Yeah, 7,000 Marines and Army. 7,500. What are they, all, Audie Murphy? You think every one of them could be Audie Murphy? You could have 7,500 Delta Force level or SEAL Team 6 level soldiers or sailors. They'll all, I know a lot of them, they'll all tell you, they couldn't go take the Strait of Hormuz. It's gigantic. It's all these armored fortresses and hundreds of thousands of troops. And they've got anti-tank, anti-aircraft missiles, and they're all ready to go. Just like in Gaza, where the Israeli tanks come through, they bomb everything, people pop up out of nests and take out their tanks. Or run up and throw a mine on the thing. I mean, these people are ready to die. It is the most insane suicide mission I've ever heard of. 7,500 troops. I don't care how many Super Cobras and Apaches and F-18s you've got. I don't care how many space-based lasers you've got. Because the Iranians will pop up, fire, get killed, and more will pop up, fire, get killed, because it's called they have a war of attrition. It's so lopsided, it makes my head spin. Now, let's obviously logically think out into the future. That's really what we do, not just go look around about this and that. I got so much to hit here. You know what's about to happen. You got J.D. Vance saying they can suitcase and nuke us any moment. And if you don't think that the neocon Israel globalist lobby can get this done and to take full control and shut down free speech and have the global financial collapse they need to consolidate power and bring them to cash society, if you don't think they won't set off a nuke off the coast of Israel that does limited damage or something, or they might even just blow Tel Aviv off the map and blame it, on Iran, or they might hit New York City. Or the White House. Or Congress. Ooh, I bet they blow up. They tried to fly 93 hit the Capitol, but the Air Force refused. Air National Guard refused. General refused orders to stand down and shot it down with Sidewinder missiles. Even though the name of the pilot did, he was given an award for it. I know you have the Let's Roll story for you. You love that, but it's not true. You have the FAA reporting on the transmission. You have the F-16 two AIM-9s was released like 6 years after. You pull up the FAA recording. Reported over the FAA feed. Shot it down, yeah. Was going to the Capitol. Straight at it. Yeah. I was evil. I'm not. They're going to nuke the Capitol. Now, since I said it, they might not, but I know it wouldn't matter. They'll hit the Capitol during session. They're going to nuke the Capitol. We got them. We got them. That's the plan. Now, they're going to say Bin Laden flew a hijacked jet in the World Trade Center, launch all these wars, the greater Pax Americana, New World Order takeover plan. I said that in March before 9/11. Everybody always says the July tape where I say call the White House, they're going to fly a jet in the World Trade Center and blame it on Bin Laden, the CIA. I said, it's at the radio shows, been reposted. I did dozens of them. See, I know how to look at all the angles. That's what I do. And I have never had so much information. When I come back, I'm going to go out to break with a 2-minute Trump clip. I'm going to come back with Shapiro, and then I'm going to walk through all this. Listen, you have to understand, when you see Shapiro talking, that is Benjamin Netanyahu. Okay? The same thing with Levin. It's word for word. It's scripts. Alan Dershowitz is now reading the exact same script. That there's a Nazi fascist coup led by Joe Ken and Tucker Carlson. And I'm happy to be down the list. It's total crap. And that you gotta go total war. So it's like in Lord of the Rings and Return of the King when they get up the gates to go into Mordor and this evil demonic skeleton general comes out and he says, "You are not Sauron." He goes, "I am the mouth of Sauron." Well, Ben Shapiro is the mouth. The mouth. Netanyahu. And Tucker has now released this documentary, and I've only seen parts of it. I'm going to watch it tonight. And I'm doing a special Saturday show tomorrow. It kicks off at noon. We might go 4 hours. I'm going to watch tonight, get clips, review it, but I'm told it's devastating. Devastating. And it is the insane Israelis, which is the majority. It's like all the former Genesis chiefs almost all the former generals, like 98%, say he is completely psychotic and actually removes a gun by kill. So, but I'll give it to Sauron, excuse me, Netanyahu, and his mouth, Ben Shapiro. You got big balls. You got some chutzpah. I mean, because this is the craziest. This is crazier than Hitler attacking Russia in Operation Barbarossa. This would be like a 90-pound hemophiliac with cancer walking up to Mike Tyson's private and punching him in the nose. When you look at the ramifications of what's going to come out of this, what's already coming out of it, they show Trump 2 minute clips every day of things being blown up. And he literally doesn't understand that in this war of attrition, that doesn't matter. It's the old Trump we love. We hope he comes back. We'll be back to the break. World War III has never been closer than it is right now. We need to clean house of all of the globalists and the deep state. The globalists want to squander all of America's treasure, chasing monsters.
Wow. Uppercuts coming out.
In addition, there must also be a complete commitment to dismantle
what's going on?
Establishment that is perpetually dragging us into endless wars, pretending to fight for freedom and democracy abroad. Our opponents join with warmongers and neocons to wage endless wars, these wars that never end. The policy of never-ending war. Regime change and nation building is being replaced by the clear-eyed pursuit of American interests. It is the job of our military to protect our security, not to be the policemen of the world. No new wars and no new wars. Expel the warmongers from our government. Expel the warmongers from our government. Expel the warmongers from our government. Very easily. World War III, very easily. She said, if you get Kamala, lives of billions of people, she would get us into a world guaranteed because she is too grossly incompetent to do the job. She's not going to be able to do it. Stop there. So if you agree with that, Trump, and all the think tanks and the Rand Corporation and the Army War College and every other major war college around the world, you are a neo-Nazi coup. And you're dangerous. My husband just said that yesterday. My people perish for lack of knowledge, the Bible tells us. And another way to say it is, those that don't know history are doomed to repeat it. God has given us compounds in nature that aren't just important, they're vital, they're essential. If you don't have oxygen for 4 minutes, you die. You don't have water for 4 or 5 days, you die. You don't have food for a month, you die. And why is that? Because there's nutrients in the food you eat that are essential. Well, iodine is one of the essential nutrients. We have massive shortages of it in our depleted soils. Now, I have a new CIA classified document I'm going to get here in just a moment. But first, I'll show you a few headlines. UN study, 2 billion people suffer from vitamin mineral deficiencies, particularly iodine, the #1 cause of cognitive disabilities in the world today. Here's another one. So smarts how iodine has increased America's IQs. Starting in the 20s, we had super IQs like iodine. They put it in 15, 20 point increase. My point is, this is a known fact. It just got declassified 2 weeks ago. CIA Operation Armstrong in the 50s. They said we've been tasked by the big tax foundations, the Rockefellers and Carters, to dumb down the American people. So we're going to put poisons in the food, the water, and the vaccines to dumb them down to make them more manageable. Absolutely incredible. So right here, ladies and gentlemen, I've taken a few drops of our new T3, T2 pure atomic iodine, and mixed it with our medical grade methylene blue. Both of these supercharge the cells, clean out your body, and counter the effects of the things now being admitted by the CIA. This fluoride calcifies the pineal gland and jacks your cells. where they cannot transmit. We've done this for decades. They have major studies, but now, here it is. CIA declassified research. The human body is a liquid crystal. There's literally transmitting and receiving a transceiver. And what does fluoride do? It literally blocks that. What goes in strips that out. And that's why they act in different ways. So this is information about also in the CIA document, they admit that most cancer is microscopic worms. There's hundreds of species. They get it and colonize the body of those your breast, your brain, your name, and they stick tumors that have been chewed out. Now, you've seen us with the countless doctors and scientists now I'm talking about this. Not all cancer is this. The majority of it from studies is. And they are, again, telling you that you just got to die. And if it's not an infection of parasites in the brain, if they hit it with radiation, it kills parasites. The radiation also kills your regular cells. Turns out the majority of people in the world have one form or another of parasite. Here's the Daily Mail. CIA faces serious backlash over hidden document. The potential for cancer is declassified after 60 years. We've talked about this for many, many years. We're totally vindicated again. And right now, we finally have the original pure iodine back, but even stronger, now known as T3. The original X2 even better at thealexjonestore.com. Again, ladies and gentlemen, T3 and what it does for your body is amazing. So for a limited time, you get T3, our new iodine, the very best ever, at thealexjonestore.com. If you're a GW member, for 50% off, regular price for 25% at thealexjonestore.com. It funds the operation, total win-win. It's only blue you still 30 minutes on average. Iodine takes about 2 weeks to kick in to get the full effect, but it is just as amazing. You are insane if you don't go to thealexjonestore.com right now and get our Ultra Methylene Blue and the new T3 that's even better than the X2. It's the same formula with stronger. Exclusively available right now at thealexjonestore.com. And thank you so much for your support.
Leading a frontal assault on the lives of the New World Order, it's Alex Jones. The answer to 1984 is 1776. You are listening to the Alex Jones Show.
See it's moving over.
Triborg wins.
Dick Cheney, Donald Rumsfeld, Paul Wolfowitz, and Benjamin Netanyahu. Took out Yitzhak Rabin on record so they could then carry out the project for the American century, or Pax Americana.
Triborg.
In an April 1st report in 2000, titled Pax Americana, Rebuilding America's Defenses. They called for a new Pearl Harbor event, a domestic terror attack in the U.S. that would kill 3,000 people. It says in the report, would kill a comparable number, is the quote. Look it up. Pearl Harbor killed 3,000
Round one.
in
Fight.
Oahu, Hawaii, Big Island, at Pearl Harbor. And on September 11, 2001, 3,000 people died in New York and D.C. Interesting. Now, thousands of Howard Lutnick employees all died on the top of the World Trade Center. He was out that day. So was Larry Silverstein that bought the building 6 months before. They got double terrorism insurance. Insurance companies won't insure for terrorism. They did twice for him. He made a cool extra $6 billion off that. And he was out that day too. His offices were right on top of Lutnick's. Good little balance. Conglomerate that Netanyahu was the head of in 9/11. And they're now kicked off a giant war. And the Kremlin has issued emergency warning. The Kremlin issues chilling nuclear war warning and blames Trump's gross error. We'll be getting to that and reading their warning. People say Trump blinked or Trump choked. No, I think Trump's starting to go back to the old sensible Trump. I said, please, Trump, just for that line. Just didn't do it directly. Don't blow up all the rich sector. It'll starve the population in the years to come. You imagine having electricity basically for years.
Triborg wins.
And he extended it 5 days. And as I said, the Iranians.
I'm playing so sloppy, bro. I'm getting tired, I think.
Said, Trump, get out of this. Now he's extended 10 days.
I'm like the robot. I need a new battery.
Netanyahu announced, go to the CYRAX and Jerusalem Post.
Oh, I got one.
Go to Israel, Trump. And said, we don't care what you do, Trump. We're going to continue. And what did they start doing 2 days ago? Blowing up the power plants. Blowing up the electricity switching centers. You drive along into a big city, they had a giant complex of transformers and wires. That's what those are. It takes years to build those. Years to get the parts all together. They don't have extra ones laying around. Nobody does. It's national assessment of us. Size, it's 40, not 60. You hit those, all you gotta do is take out the main transformers. They don't have replacements. 6 months of electricity. The Iranians had trained with asymmetrical warfare, and they said 2 weeks ago, we made launch attacks. And they said on your energy, we get ours. Ooh, maybe that's why Trump, and they got Shiite seers. They let them in. Biden did.
Round one. Fight.
And you know what they got? They got the state guards and the state police at those 63 sites or whatever it is. And if you can find out where they are, if you know this stuff, read congressional reports, and try pulling up by one. Try to get about 200 yards away from one. They're always off in a field. There's roads around it. You're going to have a state trooper on your ass. This is good. The state trooper's going to stop 5 or 6 Iranians assigned to each one with 50 caliber rifles. First thing they're going to do is kill them. They're going to pull up. They're going to kill the state trooper. Okay, now a couple state guard with them. So, and Trump already before the strike activated emergency directives. That was public, so they had some beefing up with that. $4 billion, congressional studies, they could have buried those and had replacements nearby. Just a particular type of transformer. Didn't do it. So see, another thing is, let's say you want to have regime change. Okay, I mean, I don't like the mullahs. Some magic switch you can flip and send them to Mars, I do it. You don't have the troops or the weapons or the preparation or the infrastructure protection, and we've been wide open. You're infiltrating. Israel doesn't care. The U.S. goes bankrupt. They're run by the Rothschilds. They want the Great Reset. They want Trump's plan to fail. Trump's not in on this because I know all the angles. And now he's figured it out.
Triborg.
Hell, 3 weeks ago, he said, I want an off-ramp. This didn't go the way you guys said. Yeah, the insider's making great money on insider trading, knowing what's going to happen with volatility with any different announcements.
Throne.
But what good's that money if everything's destroyed? So this is the real world. Ben Shapiro, the little lawyer, he just takes his talking points. He doesn't even think out past any of this. But Netanyahu does, and his boss is above him. And so they believe they can fully commit the U.S. to this no matter what. It'll bankrupt us, which helps the globalists in the long run, and then Israel can pick up the piece to be the new center of global trade by still controlling the husk of the American empire. They say this. Harrison made a 20-minute documentary, and I'm proud of my behest. So you can do something on this and a bunch of clips of Netanyahu going, yeah, Europe and the U.S. are the new Rome, and you're our enemy, and then we'll get you. And once you collapse, we'll be the new power. And it's in the Israeli newspapers that, not all of them, but it's a minority, but you see it saying, oh, this is great. They got names for us, Amalek, and all this other stuff. And because Titus and Pompeo, the emperor, destroyed the second temple in 70 AD, you deserve it. 99% of Europeans and Americans don't even know who Titus was or Emperor Pompeo. Sacking and destruction against the Israeli zealots. You get the word zealots from them. Proto-Zionist. Yeah, there it is. Scroll down. Show me if you says. 19 million. Get this numbers up. Give it a name. Go to the front of the name. Just the post is I might get killed for posting this. The least you can do is watch it.
Round 2. Fight.
And go to the front of the documentary. It says the name at the front of the name. But we're swinging for the fences here, ladies and gentlemen. That's the eighth front. The eighth front. Israel's war on reality. And it's just Israelis saying all this. I mean, the crazy. Before I get to this Ben Shapiro thing, get the documentary promo from Tucker. Because Tucker, already in my summation, has the biggest huevos of any journalist in the world. And I've known Tucker for 14 years. I know the inside baseball. He's confided in me in person. He's great as hell. And what you see is who he is, but it's more intense behind the scenes. He served this country, believed we were the good guys, or the people running it were. He still believes we're the good guys. People are. America's great. Culture's great. What's left of it is can really be rekindled and really save the world. You see, Elon Musk just said, America is the central pillar to the West, and the West will save the world. Jim Morrison said, the West is the best, and he'll do the rest. So, Tucker grew up believing all this when he's a teenager, 18 out of high school, sent with his brother down to live with the Contras for a year. And I'm talking like right on the edge of combat, all of it. And yeah, with the CIA, yeah. Not officially with it then, but And by with Joe Kidd, CIA, all this other stuff, Commando, 11 terrorists, wife blown up, whole 9 yards. And 14 years ago, he finally learned about Building 7 because his younger kid showed it to him. He never told me this. He went to come and he apologized. He said, I'll never support the evil wars again. And I was wrong. And I'm going to change. He said, I just wanted to come to you because you're the kind of like the Moses of the state truth. He said, you're the studio. He said, I just want you to know. I said, okay, that's fine, great. Because I called you a liar and a bad person. You were out of my role. I apologize. I saw your prediction on it. I said, great, that's wonderful. And Tucker is now 100% committed. The last time I was on a show in Florida, but I was on it again in Maine, so I guess it's not before last. It was like a year ago. And man, he was getting calls, threats from Netanyahu all while in his house for 2 days. And he's in Florida. And he was talking to me about it. We had lunch, dinner. Just, oh my God. So, all I'm going to do, if all the numbers show, it'll concentrate on Mr. Close. Trump just got in. It'll kill the Trump recovery. I'm truly listening to him. I think we've stopped it for now. Vance is on board. He's stopping it. Now you see Vance being horrible once it's done. I mean, he got on board just like the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs was against this. But once it happens, they signed on and did what the president says. So, I mean, I even understand that. He told me a lot of the inside baseball, and obviously Joe Kent's been talking to us and things, and to Harris and stuff on that there. And our information about before Kirk was killed, that Israel might kill Kirk. Kirk was concerned. And he saw me day one say, let's look and see first. Now the evidence is swinging towards that. But we're always way ahead of the curve, so I'll just leave it at that. And there are major factions in the government that are just sane. Just like Tucker's new documentary has, but this has been in the news. Every former Israeli intelligence chief that's living has gone public in Israel and said this is insane and it's where it's going. And in the end, this will probably get Israel destroyed. But Netanyahu's insane. And almost all of the generals, former, she can't be a son, have said the same thing. Tucker interviews a bunch of them. That's what he was in Israel doing. So he is risking his life. You can guarantee it. And Tucker told me this years ago. He says, I don't care. I'm going for broke. So I've been invited to go to Russia and interview and Lateran and all that. Actual letterhead from Senator. I didn't make a big deal about it. I'm talking about it much. But strategically, I wasn't scared to go do it. But I wanted to try to get the war to stop in Ukraine, but I was just like, when you do that, it allows the intelligence agencies, the operatives they have that are bad in them, to say we believe they're a foreign agent, and then they can kill you and stuff. And I believe strategically being able to just stay on air and cover all this was the smarter move. It was just too much of a roll of the dice. I'm not scared of dying. I just gut level strategically didn't do it. Not Tucker. He didn't really talk about this, but I confirmed it. They tried to fly a drone to his hotel room and kill him while he was there. And they partially shot it down so it crashed in the hotel next to him. Then they tried to blow his car up in the parking garage. So, they kill American journalists. I'm not aware of others. I'm on the official hit list of the Iranians to be killed. So I'm just like, here's the deal. I will risk my life, and I'll go out and protest, and I'll go out and do that. But I don't roll the dice because I strategically, because there's not enough people now that have as much knowledge as I have. We're starting to
I'm just fucking around now.
Be strategic. Tucker is
I gotta learn to be calm on that.
He's got elephant testicles. And that's why I've got him on my X account at the top. Because that's what I've done. He is 100% all in. He told me. And so did Charlie Kirk, stuff I haven't really gotten into about things going on.
So I saw, let me see if this works.
And during the campaign, for the first 3
I
months,
was trying to pop you up first, but
Charlie Kirk had it right up till he was killed. Kirk was the last guy that Trump listened to him more than anybody.
Triborg win.
And now you see what's happened since he was killed. And since Musk was driven out. So this is just so historic. So here's a promo for the documentary. Here it is.
Well, you probably heard a lot about the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, BB, on this show and elsewhere. He's the guy who's always at the White House working to suck the United States into some war of conquest on behalf of his country. What you may not know is that the charges against Netanyahu are real. Charges. They tell you a lot about him. What exactly do you know about this man who's apparently in charge of the United States? We are now streaming the BB files. Documentary that Benjamin Netanyahu. This film traces the rise of the longest-serving prime minister in the history of Israel and the corruption cases surrounding him. Hear from former staff and Israeli insiders describing what Benjamin Netanyahu is really like, and see leaked interrogation footage from his corruption investigations. A video that you were not meant to see. They definitely don't want you to see. The BB Files, it offers a rare look inside Israel's power structure and the man whose decisions have once again drawn our country into another. It's now only
Unbelievable guts. And now it's out in the open. Israel says, we're not stopping the war. Trump, you're not stopping it. Trump's publicly said, don't blow up their power plants. They're blowing them all up. Because they know the Iranian psychology. They will double down. They will keep the strait closed. Oil's out $110 a gallon. That continues even a few more weeks. It's irreparable, the chain reaction, okay? And the fertilizer and the chemicals and the oil and the natural gas. I mean, this is so sad. Because Trump is a good man, and he's done so much good. I would guess the third hour that we should all just pray that God open Trump's eyes and those around him. Give Trump a solid Tarsus moment.
Oh, I was trying to practice the time on you. I thought you was going to be standing there.
The Holy Spirit forcefully and lovingly go in and get control of Trump. And I don't say Trump's a good man. He's trying to be nice. I know that. I know he was persecuted. I know when he said we don't want to go to war, he had good advice. He was a good man. I know he was about to not go in, so Netanyahu did first. That's all confirmed now. That Trump wants to act like he's in charge. He goes, no, actually, I said do it. Which wasn't true. You say he's a big liar. He said was true until the last 6 months. Now he lies constantly, or he gets it wrong. So, this is a biblical level disaster.
Round 2. Fight.
And I want to open the phones up. Later in the next hour and into the next announcements, we'll just leave it at that. Yeah, the Gandalf analogy. More lives on the go. Here's the t-shirt. Condor, he's under a spell. Warmer light, talking. Yeah, he breaks the spell. It's bad, man.
Holy crap.
You know, just go, this is a great trip movie. Better listen. It happened. What I told you 28 days ago would happen, happened. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? Tomorrow I'm going to do at least 3 hours live. Listen more. And then I'm going to have that March 1st emergency Saturday show. Restream it. And it's like you have a time machine to 28 days later. I need to tell you next hour what comes next. Guarantee the different scenarios. And they all are here. It's like on Google Maps, you got 8 different roads go to the same place. One gets you there in 55 minutes, one gets you there in an hour, 6 minutes, one gets you there in an hour, 20 minutes. All of them take you over the edge of the cliff at the end. The same destination. And I know the roads. I'm like, okay, there's this one, that one, that one, this one, that one. And they're all like, I mean, I'm really saying prayers. I always say prayers. I'm like, really saying prayers. I mean, I'm tingling in my gut, folks. And I don't normally do that. I don't get electricity at my back when I'm saying something really important and true. When I start getting my gut tingling around, that's the real spider sense going. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, 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 danger. I mean, right now, I'm just... gut level. My gut is going, whoa.
iPad ain't ringing. Just playing the game. Listening to some InfoWars.
I'm watching.
Oh yeah. So you got you got some hair in there with your hair?
Yeah.
That shit long as fuck.
Yeah, long.
It look long where I'm sitting on here. Look long.
You like it? It's 2 braids.
Yeah.
You never had 2 braids.
It's cute.
Thank you.
I was wondering why my iPad wasn't ringing. I was trying to wait for it to ring on there so I could answer it on there.
You gonna train?
No. It's loud. I can't hear it. This, I can hear TV and shit over here.
We just ordering time.
I ain't doing shit, but I was.
We finished scrolling. I'll tell you when I get finished watching.
Alright, that's cool. Alright. Oh. We back to this shit again. It's fucking teabagging and stuff. You know what happens when you do that, man?
Final round. Fight.
Oh shit. Big hits. Big hits. Big hits. Oh shit. Wow. Should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? Oh! Oh, that was good, bro. I mean, I was up 9 wins. Damn, I was on the road, man.
Kotal Khan wins. Faction kill.
So I was doing all right. Good job, bro. She distracted me. I was listening to my show.
There is a new king.
She know I'll be listening to my show. I tuned in for a few days. Getting caught up.
Jax.
Anyway, back to the show.
Thank you for your support. 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 Thank you for your support.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you for your support at theLSOstore.com.
Restart this.
And live. And now you can download the #1 news app in the world. Go to AlexJonesApp.com and let the Democrat Deep State Party know that we will never be silenced. This is the end. Beautiful friends. This is the end. My only friends. The end.
All right, I'm going to this report on COVID tyranny. And when we come back and join all the stations, I'm going to get into all the hardcore news. The Iranians hacked cash hotels. This is like firefight stuff just came out. It's total information overload. Total bunker down. Massive information coming up on generals that are disappearing. You want to continue to listen to a show that feeds out your polar bears. Here's the report from
The International Energy Agency has dropped another bombshell from its Paris headquarters, unleashing a fresh 10-point plan of sheltering from oil shocks. Released amid Brent crude spiking toward $120 a barrel and the Strait of Hormuz largely shut down. The document urges governments to slash global oil demand by an estimated 7 million barrels per day within 4 months. Key COVID 2.0-esque measures include mandating work from home up to 3 days a week, dropping highway speed limits by at least 6 to 10 miles per hour, imposing car-free Sundays in major cities, alternating vehicle access by license plate, where odd-numbered plates get access on certain days and even-numbered plates get access on the other days, pushing carpooling and public transportation as we dwell in a reality where all of the machete-wielding lunatics are free to injure anyone they please under Blue City Soros DAs, cutting non-essential business flights by 40% and promoting efficient trucking and rail alternatives. Yeah, you know, the trucking industry rife with illegal aliens.
This illegal immigrant came into America in March of 2022. He was given a federal work permit by the Biden-Harris administration, and Gavin Newsom gave him a CDL license. On this day, he was driving intoxicated. When the traffic in front of him slowed down, he didn't slow down, and he plowed right through 8 cars, immediately killing 3 individuals and seriously injuring 4.
And the rail alternative from the likes of the $16 billion California Governor Newsom burned to create nothing.
You want to be big, you got to be big in big things. This is the only high-speed rail system of its type anywhere in the United States of America. You can talk all you want. You guys are actually delivering, making things happen.
On the surface, it reads like pragmatic crisis management for a genuine supply crunch. But we just went through this engineered behavioral control bureaucratic nightmare. And in some respects, we still are. And I guarantee the American people are not going to line up like sheep this time. This isn't the first time the IEA has rolled out such a blueprint. Back in 2022, amid the Russia-Ukraine fallout, they issued an almost identical 10-point plan to cut oil use that pushed remote work, slower speeds, car-free days, and reduced air travel. Measures that conveniently aligned with the post-COVID new normal of emerging restricted mobility and digital surveillance. Now, in 2026, the agency is recycling the playbook under the guise of sheltering consumers with language like immediate actions for advanced economies and heavy emphasis on limiting personal freedom of movement that will quickly morph into policy mandates, fines, internment camps, and enforcement grids. The IEA's own net zero 2050 roadmap has long telegraphed the end game, slashing fossil fuel demand not through abundant, cheap energy, but through rationing your lifestyle. The populace corralled like sheep, all while the elites jet between climate summits and award ceremonies. Expect the usual cascade towards establishment insolence, where corporate compliance, media cheerleading, and gradual normalization of surveillance apps to optimize your carbon or oil footprint ramp up. The Agenda 2030 goal is less than 4 years away, and the fools are going for broke. John Bound reporting for InfoWars.
What's this? I've got pellets. Oh, what's this? I've got methyl drive. There's 2 ingredients in the Power Drive bundle, which is available at thealexjonesstore.com. Take it. pure power, pure energy, raise testosterone, improve mitochondrial function, methylation genes in enzymatic processes throughout the body. Pairs perfectly, absolutely perfectly with methylene blue. These are the two products made to work in conjunction together with methylene blue. I made them, I developed them, high quality mineral blends, methylation blends. And mitochondrial function. I want you to win today. I want you to succeed. Take out the enemy. Choose freedom.
Front lines of the information war. It's Alex Jones.
The shame. I don't see any way out of this now. Trump's totally set up. You're taking back America and the world from the globalist. Israel attacked 20 days ago, sucked us in. Israel says they're keep moving and blowing up our range. Trump told them not to. 2 weeks ago, yesterday.
Wow, man. Let you get back in the game.
Total war. And U.S. troops, Trump's escalatory ladder. Not just taking Kurd, we have to straight on this. Estimates are 100,000 troops to take it off. The Iranians already have 1 million soldiers. They have 1 million back up in the States. And the Wall Street Journal is now reporting, considering sending an additional 10,000 ground troops to Fort Bragg, Middle East, providing more options for the war. Here's the Wall Street Journal article. So Netanyahu is in control of U.S. foreign policy in the region.
They just come all the way back and win.
Ready to fall into a depression. They got the cash society running the end of the dollar. He had stepped into this. He didn't even understand the state of the news.
Pay your respects.
Do you understand how this is? That Trump somehow revokes this. The problem is the Iranians have even said this. They said, and I said before they said it, I said, every time they have a peace negotiation, they get blown up at it. And they know if they stop now, Israel and the U.S. just rearm and start bombing them again in a few months. And so they go, fine, you already killed our leaders and killed other leaders and done all this. We're just going all the way, and we're keeping it close so you pull out of the Middle East, give us $500 billion, and say you were wrong. And Trump's not going to do that. So now we've been sucked into this. And even if the regime fell tomorrow, which isn't going to happen, the way it's set up, horizontal, not vertical, it's set up for this. Already what's baked into the fertilizer not getting out, the chemicals, the oil, the gas. The Russians just announced starting April 1st, no more gas or oil exports, period. Put that back up. Do you know what that's going to do to prices? You think $110 a barrel oil is bad? And why did that happen? Trump keeps saying the war's over, everything's fine. I meet with Iran, they're giving up, and they come out and say, F you, we're not even talking to you, you're a liar. And then they blocked a bunch of Chinese ships coming in to get oil for them. And so oil shot up $20 overnight. And Trump can only do this thing a couple times that, oh, it's over, everything's fine, and it's going to stop working. And now I believe we've crossed the Rubicon. Him doing this thing where he says that is over. Russia to impose a gas export ban on its oil producers for 6 months starting April 1st. Russian state-run media reporting. I want to get to Ben Shapiro, because he's the mouth of Netanyahu and the mouth goes above him. But this attack on Iran is more of a target on the world economy and the U.S. economy and Trump winning a global recovery. Because Trump was doing stuff for the whole globe. It was so wonderful. It was so glorious. It was so incredible. The Doge, the cutting, the border security, oh, man, banning men and women's sports, just on and on and on and on and on. And then we went into this about 6-8 months ago. It just got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And 180s on all this stuff.
Final round. Fight.
People say don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Because the Democrats are better. My point is, this is where we are. And if you think just getting in line and hoping it's going to work will make us succeed, you're crazy. Now the talking point from the mouth of Sauron, mouth of Netanyahu, all the neocons, all the Israeli operatives, they're surrogates, they're agents, they're Benedict Arnolds, like the Israeli ambassador to the U.S. Huckabee, is, yeah, we have to go to total war and we have to have a lot of people die. Yeah, we're invading. And we have to invade. Because now they can close the Strait of Hormuz anytime in the future. We can't allow them to have that power. Well, if you wouldn't have talked to
wow, them, nice. That's a 10.
We're going to block the Strait of Hormuz. And they do what they say they're going to do. You say what you want about the I know this. The Sunnis are as crooked as a dog's back leg. And the Shiites are completely insane. But the Shiites are recognizably the most organized, serious, most intelligent, and truthful Muslims there are. When they tell you something, you better believe they're going to do it. You think America, even at our debilitated beta male dumbed-down level, you think the majority of us would give up if supposed to be nothing like us? No. We couldn't beat the Vietnamese because they wouldn't give up. That's a cakewalk compared to the Iranians. Now they're trying to get Trump to nuke the Iranians to make them give up. We'd already firebombed all of Japan and killed millions of them. They'd have 2,000, 3,000 bomber runs with no anti-aircraft for months. The whole country was burned down. Their houses are paper. Also, when they dropped bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, they'd already unconditionally surrendered a week before. That was Captain American people declassified in the 70s. They wanted to demonstrate to the Russians the atomic bomb. And the Japanese people would have never surrendered in their culture, but their god, they worship the emperor. Emperor Hirohito knew he was going to be killed. Because MacArthur had sent him messages saying, I'm landing with troops, with Marines. We estimate it'll kill another 5 million of you. We're ready to go. You're out of ammunition. We're going to kill you and your family. And he gave up. The Japanese wouldn't have. And these Shiites are more determined than Japanese. I mean, the Vietnamese, fighting them ain't a cakewalk. Any of those Asian countries are meaner than hell once you get in the fight with them. They just flip the switch. They don't give up. The Shiites are even worse. These are the worst of the worst when it comes to giving up. If you want to give up, they love it. People attack me, I just get madder. And little Ben Shapiro, who I guarantee you couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag, tells you you're ready to go die for Israel. Yet the majority of the Israeli officials, and some of all their former intelligence chiefs, starting on public in Israel, now they go meet with Tucker Carlson and say, this is insane. We know down the road it destroys Israel as well. Because it does. Netanyahu is insane. Yes, if you could get rid of the mullahs, it'd be great to free Iran. I don't like them. But it's not going to work, and they know that. Netanyahu is a megalomaniac. Now, I asked the archivist, and it's a hard job because I've said it probably 500 times the last few years, and last year hundreds of times. But he just starts a few days before March, February, and late February, with me predicting what would come and what would happen. And I haven't seen this yet. There's a lot to go through, so I'm not bitching. But I know I specifically laid all this out about they're tricking us to get into it. It's a full war, it's regime change. They won't fall. They'll block Strait of Hormuz. They'll have to go into the strait. Then the troops will get overwhelmed. They'll put in a small enough force that they'll be defeated. Then we're totally committed. I know I said that. I don't know if he got that clip, but I literally called it 100% precisely. And the only reason I'm doing this is to understand what I'm going to tell you next is coming is going to happen. Depending on how the scenarios unfold, there's different ways it does it, but it's all the same direction. It's a spectrum of horridness, from horrible to absolutely hell on earth. And Trump is like, oh, let's get out of this, and the Iranians are no. And Israel goes, no, we're not getting out of it. So now Trump is in America is held hostage by the Iranians and the Israeli crazies. And they're a 3,000-year-old war with each other. It's like the Crips and the Bloods now can destroy the world in their fight. So here's a compilation of me breaking it down, and then we'll get into Ben Shapiro and more. Let me tell you, we're already in full war. And when Trump told them in that speech this morning, rise up, this is the commitment, we're going to, regime change, this is it. And I want total surrender from the Iranian National Guard, and you'll be given total amnesty, or if you don't, you will be destroyed. When he said that, he clearly stated total commitment to regime change. The twin Iran, 3 times the size of CYRAX. This is March 1st simulation. Much more high-tech weapons. It has an alliance with China, Russia, and North Korea. And now the U.S. has ordered everybody out of the Strait of Hormuz. No civilian ships going through there, so it's effectively already closed. The Iranians last year passed it in their parliament, just a rubber stamp to the Ayatollahs to seal it if they were in a major attack. They're taking out their naval ships, they're taking out their shipyards, they're taking out their command and control, their air defense, their air bases, their missiles. I mean, this is massive. When this all kicked off in June last year, 9 months ago, I said this is about regime change. This is about getting the camel toes of the 10th flap. This is about sleepwalking into full war. That's what the real policy is regime change. And Israel and the U.S. are trying to overthrow the mullahs. And they had 4 or 5 big uprisings they financed since then that failed. And then Trump says, oh, they've got missiles. Now we've got to take out their military that can deliver nukes, which I told you they would do. And that's really cover for regime change. And now they killed the Ayatollah and a bunch of the military command. As you know, in the first strike at 2 a.m. Texas time, Saturday morning. And then they had the Ayatollahs and the Council of 12 and much of their leadership meeting again in another bunker. And the Pentagon believes all in there were basically killed. That's another Israeli strike today. And they're not going to give up. And as you go down the ranks, the IRC and the rest of it, they even get more psychotic and are more dug in. Then you have the Strait of of Hormuz that is closed, sunken ships in it, but not fully blocked, but closed because the insurance companies won't let any ships go through because they get attacked, they get sunk. So effectively, they have closed it without having to physically close it by sinking a couple oil tankers in it. And a few more, it'll be blocked physically. And then we're going to have to, quote, send in ground troops to, quote, control the other side of the beach so that they can send in the big dredges and stuff to haul them out. And then see, they'll be mounting pressure. Oh, the U.S. has to go in, has to open it. You see how, and then the next piece, the next piece, the next piece. And then those troops are going to get attacked that are on the ground, securing the Strait of Hormuz on the Iranian side, and then we're going to have to expand to push that group back, and then, oh, those troops are attacked. We got to expand to defend those troops. See how this works? It's called an escalatory ladder. Here's the big announcement, ladies and gentlemen. It took 15 years for the West to topple the Assad regime, the last Ba'athist group in the Middle East. And if it takes 15 years now of civil war, ground war, we are now committed to this. Unless there's major public pressure and understanding of what's happening to get this to be shut down and stopped. That's why the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff told Trump this has a lot of really bad ramifications and will finally go into total war. And Trump went ahead with it regardless, and you're told, oh, it's just surgical strikes, it'll be over very quickly. Oh, it's going to last 2 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks. Now we're told it'll last until September. March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Oh, 7 months now. For 2 weeks to flatten the curve, just stay in your house for 2 weeks. Some areas of the world, 3 years locked up. Here in the U.S. and Europe, 2 years. Canada, almost 2 years. U.S. Central Command, meanwhile, is asking the Pentagon to send more military intelligence officers to its headquarters in Tampa, Florida, to support operations against Iran for at least 100 days, but likely through September, according to a notification obtained by Politico. Yeah. So, we're being sleptwalked into total war, just like NATO did with Russia. One big thing, other than releasing a new pandemic. And that's buying into the fear and going on the lockdown. The only other thing is a big Middle Eastern war, particularly that cuts off the Strait of Hormuz. So, 4 days into it, and the Strait of Hormuz is still shut down, and it's going to be shut down for a long time. Because the Iranians haven't even tried to block it completely yet. They just sunk a few ships. So, CIA declassified documents last week. Operation Artichoke poisoned vaccines, food supply, and the water to dumb us down to make us controllable. Now new documents about ESP control, how we're really electrochemical systems, liquid crystals, and the pineal gland, and how most people have actual large worm infestations, not from cats, you name it, like Kim has one in his brain, and they didn't tell the public breast cancer, brain cancer is worms. Ladies and gentlemen, you can look it up, go to the UN's own website, they announce over 2 million people have congenital disabilities because they do not have enough iodine. In the 20s, they found this in the salt, on average, for 2.5. Well, in several years, ladies and gentlemen, the original back was even stronger. And it's ultra
Round 1.
Just mentioned. arbitrarily blue. That's some of the other things like, contaminating his gene, the other stuff like porch and marriage. It develops shale as well. So, it's a pretty good excerpt from the show. Maybe our girls can find specifically where I explain it's a trap to get us into the Strait of Hormuz. I mean, I said that there's some. They go full war, and that will crash the global economy, which is already happening, which the globalists want with the Great Reset, which Trump has actually been challenging, and he killed the carbon taxes, all of it, and that alone is a reason to be proud we got Trump in. I mean, the good he did the first advent with better Supreme Court justice and everything, and what he did the first 6 months was even better than his first 4 years, and all the rest of it. And getting out the Paris report, the experts believe it killed 2 billion people if they actually cut half the carbon. I mean, it was just fabulously wonderful. So the left always says, oh, Jones admits he was wrong supporting Trump for 10 years, and Trump was evil and a liar. No, that was the old Trump. The old Trump didn't go to war with Iran. The old Trump didn't do all this stuff. It's great. But now the new Trump, it is a whole different ball of wax. And it's very, very concerning. And I mean, as you know. And let me start getting into this, okay? Before I play that. Before I get some background, some context. We saw Lindsey Graham a few days ago say, hey, we took Iwo Jima, we're going to take, the Strait of Hormuz. Iwo Jima had 20,000 Japanese troops, took 110,000 Marines and sailors to take it. And we lost 20,000 people. 20,000. Trump, and I said this weeks ago when they started announcing they're sending these Marines and Army, they're getting ready to go to the Strait of Hormuz. Oh, shut up, that's number 4. Of course they do that. Now they admit they're for that. They bring Congress in. Trump's looking to go in. 7,000 soldiers and Marines. It's hundreds of thousands of totally armed, complex military bases. This is beyond bonkers. And so they go, well, don't worry, Trump's getting ready to send 10,000 more. So 17,500 troops. And a lot of those is support. The Wall Street Journal now reporting Trump getting ready to send another 10,000 troops. There's one independent analysis.
Pay your respects.
I totally agree with it. It looks at different military analysts. And they say the U.S. would need 1 million troops to control Iran, not the few thousand currently on their way. And the analyst I talked to said 50 to take that Kurd island and 100 at a minimum just to take some of the other main bases. And then those are surrounded by 1,000-foot sheer cliffs and then 3,000-4,000-foot mountains behind them. Yeah, some are 7,000 feet. All dug in. It's all a bowl. You look up through almost a bowl. A perfect military issue strategy point of where we're not to attack. You're in the low ground surrounded. Everybody knows it's going to be the high ground. It is wild. And yeah, we got the air power, we got the attack helicopters, the sea covers, the super covers, the Apaches. But it won't matter when the troops have to get up close to these people. Just like us, it will be hell on earth. And Lindsey Graham says, I believe in the Marines. And you better send 300,000 of them there. CIA declassified documents last week, Operation Artichoke points to vaccine supply in the water to dumb us down to make us controllable. Now new documents about ESP control, how we're really electrochemical systems, liquid controls, the field is worse. The CIA 62, the dewormers, the reverse mass cancers, it didn't help. That's part of the research. Parasite medications work against cancer cells. And it turns out that the parasites use mitochondrial substrate level phosphorylation in the tissue. And these fenbendazole kill these parasites. So I tried it on the cancer cell, and sure as hell, it targets the mitochondrial substrate and glycolysis. So we have a mechanism now why parasite medications are working. But cancer is not a parasite. All these people sell cancer as a parasite. It's not a parasite. Parasites and tumors use a common metabolic pathway, and a drug that works against parasites can be very effective against cancer. And that's what we begin to see, especially under nutritional ketosis. To be clear, the anti-parasite drugs cut off the same mechanism in cancer, but we now know and have known that a lot of cancers from parasites, it's double good. And I don't sell that. You can buy it online. And my medicine doctor told me years ago, take this once a year as a regimen. I do. That's important information you might want to write down, folks, okay? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you can look it up. Go to the UN Zone website. They admit it. Over 2 million people have cognitive disabilities because they do not have enough iodine. In the 20s, they found this. That's where put in the salt, IQ, about 20 points on average, 15 points. But we have the very best atomic iodine in the world. Has been available in several years, ladies and gentlemen. But we have the original X2 back with even stronger, pure atomic.
That's your boy.
It is absolutely pure. And I mixed that with ultra-methylene blue. It's also arresting the pineal gland and reversing the calcification. The rest of it, your Doc Chambers on, medical doctor, special forces colonel, Army colonel. And I said, what is it methylene blue? I've been on since 2004. I got blown up. I had brain damage, broke away the sheath that's on my nerves. So I did research and found out that they had studies going back over 100 years on methylene blue, helping grow the sheath on your nerves and all the rest of it. Well, we've got the best methylene blue, and I just mixed the methylene blue. Just water. This is pure. It's the old. It's so good for your body. Essential iodine with methylene blue together is amazing. It's scary looking too. So, by the way, the new product is available right now at theallisonstore.com. It's T3. It's X2 back even better at theallisonstore.com. So all the fans that wanted it, everybody that wanted to get it, we have had it for over a year. It is back. Reborn, like the Phoenix, even stronger. Exclusive, available from our sponsor, theallisonstore.com. But regardless, our methylene blue, our iodine is the best, and it does so many other things. Libido, stamina, energy. It skips the oxidation process in the cells, the methylene blue, and iodine works very similar, and they go together like a horse and carriage. Get them both now. They're also in a big sale as well at theallisonstore.com, and I thank you for your support.
Leading a frontal assault on the lies of the New World Order. It's Alex Jones.
This is Crystal Palace. The Iraq has declared DEFCON 3. Scramble all alert aircraft. Scramble all alert.
The bomber says time sinking in the whole world was switched. Target selection complete. Time on target sequence complete. Submarines deployed at Central Tabla, heading southbound at North Cap, carrying 095
From the front lines of the information war.
Cluster bombers get subs in launch mode. We are at DEFCON 1. Are you prepared to destroy the enemy?
You bet. Defending the Republic from enemies, foreign and domestic.
We'll keep control, but we'll keep it here at the top where it belongs. 3, 2, 1. Impact. Shall we play games? How about
live from the Infowars.com studios, it's Alex Jones.
Our units confirm weapons targeted and ready, awaiting launch codes. We are do you really believe that the enemy would attempt without provocation?
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
Yep, Soviet submarine launched to Paris. I wish I didn't know about any of this. I wish I was like everybody else.
In the studio next door to me, right through that wall, Harrison Smith is interviewing Joe Kent, the former head of the U.S. Counterterrorism Center, number 2 in the Tulsi Gabbard of U.S. intelligence. Harrison will be with us in the 4th hour with big excerpts of the interview. It's a long, lengthy game changer, big breaking news on the Israeli coup over America and U.S. going to total war grounds of surging into the area. That is coming up in the 4th hour, excerpts of the interview exclusively. And then over the weekend, we're going to air parts of it and then the full interview on Monday. And believe me, we know the right questions to ask. We'll leave it at that. Harrison, 1 month before, said Charlie Kirk thinks Israel is going to kill him. And that was from sources, and we'll leave it at that. But Kent is a frequent guest with Harrison, and there's a lot going on. So we will be getting to all of that and a lot more. Remember, we broke that 6 days after Kirk was killed, there was a cabinet meeting with the FBI director where he yelled at Gabbard and Kent and others and said, you don't look at foreign involvement and these leads you have, this intel. And I broke that first. Months later, it came out, it was true. So we have a lot of sources. My source was not Kent. My source was other people in the meeting, as I told you. And they are mighty pissed about this. So you're going to want to join us in the 4th hour today. That interview is being taped right now through that wall right there. Harrison's like literally how many feet are there? So that is coming up 4th hour today. I wanted to get Dark Journalist just to pop in because I want his take on these huge developments. We'll get back into Iran, back into how this is snowballing into global economic collapse with the energy and the fertilizer and the rest of it. And Trump wants out, but Israel says no, it's bombing their infrastructure, their electrical grid, so that they won't give up. The Iranians, instead of their grids hit, they'll actually physically close it and start striking our grids, and they got sleeper cells. This is what the globalists want, total collapse. Trump really took the bait, and he's trying to pull out, but with the faith-saving systems, but it's not working. I wanted to get former Wall Street Journal writer and filmmaker and author, journalist Daniel List on. We'll get him on next week for a full hour to give a snapshot on these huge developments. So 3 days after Trump, 5 weeks ago, ordered the entire secret UFO, secret government space program released, which we know they try to keep secret from presidents. Eisenhower first complained of it in his Third World Address in 1961. This top general, who's over most of the secret operations, the actual physical craft and things above him is the head of NORTHCOM and COG, the continuity of government. We have this general, top general disappearing, General William Neil McCaslin, at the Air Force Research Laboratory at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. And this has gotten almost no attention, and now it's over a month that this has happened. This is a big deal. Then you tie this into NASA to spend $20 billion on moon base, cancel orbiting lunar space station. And you got NASA releasing a whole consortium, future strategic infrastructure, issue future, and all this technology and stuff. So this is a confluence of things coming together. And List can report, remember, like almost a year ago, I told him, that was very interesting as it was. When I told it years ago, no one seemed to care, that I was talking to someone very close to Elon Musk. And this is in the first Trump administration. And they said, no, they're really going to launch the Mars mission from the dark side of the moon. It can't be looked at by a lot of our enemies, but also it's a better launch point. And also it's protecting the craft facilities from solar radiation. And they've already got 3D printers up there. They've already got a base up there for the secret space program. And that when Trump wins re-election, they're going to announce it and do it. You notice Musk suddenly said, now we're not launching from the Earth, we're launching from the dark side of the moon. A month ago, people were blown away by that. And when I asked this person that worked for Musk, I said, why are you telling me about a White House cabinet meeting with Trump and Musk? They said, well, they like you. They want you to know this. It's weird. And I go, okay, well, they said, I wasn't told why. Remember, I told this whole story. Now it's all confirmed. I mean, He's like, they told me, yeah, we're going to announce Friday the Kennedys, endorsing Trump from, and I said, why? Well, we like you. We were giving us information. There's different factions. The good guys do give me a lot of information. I want to point that out. But this all ties in. Huge things happening. Dark Journalists, the limited time we have to give you the floor to start wherever you want on this, but things are really coming to a head. They're fighting to have the real UFO file released. About the different factions. You're probably the leading expert on full spectrum analysis of this. Thank you for joining us. DarkJournalist.com on YouTube. Dark Journalist. Daniel List, thank you.
Alex, it's great to be here, and you've nailed it right on the head, which is that source that you were talking to. I think it was back in 2019, somewhere there.
That's when I first announced it. Yeah, I said, am I getting in trouble? They said, no, you're authorized.
Exactly. Well, that's 6-7 years ahead. That's the kind of intel. This is part of the problem, which is we're getting the intel much, much later. And there's this gap in time. So we talk about things like the release of the UFO file. This is scheduled. This is a pushed up schedule, as it were.
And Trump wanted the schedule pushed up. That's why they gave it to me.
Exactly. Yeah, this is interesting, too. I want you to note something that Trump made an appearance on the 5 the other day. And who does he start talking about out of the blue but Uncle John Trump? Now, Trump goes into this routine whenever he's trying to raise the UFO file in a background manner to show I'm connected with all this. There's no reason to go on musing about Uncle John all these years. And here is Trump right in the middle of it and saying, oh, Uncle John told me the secrets. And, of course, Uncle John Trump worked deep in these programs, redeveloping the UFO file passed on from Vannevar Bush. So he transmitted a lot of that information to the president. So when the president is sitting down across from his deep state counterparts dealing with these people, he's on a similar level. And this is part of the problem why they try to get him off, get him out of the stage over the years, put him in prison, whatever it happened to be. And I think part of the reporting that you're doing here about the Iran war is crucial also because a number of these people are luring him in to becoming very impotent in this second term that he has. But this all ties in with the UFO file because the UFO file is sitting there right in the heart of the national security state as the top national security issue, period. So when they go up there,
how obvious is it to have one of the top generals that you've named before disappear 3 days after Trump makes this announcement? Now it's over a month. What is happening there?
They're grabbing everyone associated with that program, and the program is about the redevelopment of the technology of the UFO file. That's General William McCaslin and his assistant, Monica Reza, and she had in fact he was the disappearance, but she had in fact disappeared before him last June. Now it turns out there's another Los Alamos personnel who has disappeared.
And another top physicist expert on near-Earth objects and things, he got executed on his front porch.
Yes, that's Carl Grillmair. He was over by Caltech, and he was in the middle of nowhere. And they had this guy wander up to him on his porch and shoot him, and they said, oh, it was a carjacking gone wrong. This guy lived, there's no way some homeless guy with a gun is going over there just to carjack. Nobody could make it out there without a car in the first place. And Grillmair was very interesting and important because he was studying life and water on other planets. That was his specialty. The wave that came up in this pattern, and it's a very distinctly UFO file pattern, was when we had Lorero over here at MIT, who was killed in December. That was the real warning shot that this whole pattern kicked off there. And we had the disappearances in June, but nobody was putting the pieces together at the time. So Lorero was dealing with a very peculiar and obscure piece of research called the neutron star merger. That's all deep in the system. And if you can redevelop that neutron star merger, you're talking about a complete breakaway technology. Now, these people, when they're working on these programs, they tread into the UFO file. This is the nature of the problem. McCaslin, in fact, was identified in emails. Now, these were emails that were leaked by WikiLeaks, Julian Assange, back in 2016 when he was trying to expose Hillary Clinton. And they were emails between Podesta, Tom DeLonge, Hillary Clinton, and they were identifying McCaslin as somebody they needed to get on board because he was in charge of the Roswell redevelopment equipment. Now, all of this technology that comes out of this original crash, the 47 crash, back there. So that program went on and on and on and continues on. So he was the one who was overseeing it, and he was at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. His disappearance after being identified in those emails, and I put the email up in my Twitter feed. I think that's Exhibit 5, but it is very interesting because if you look at that, you're going to find out that the email itself is saying, look, this is General McCaslin. He's our guy. He was in charge of the Roswell stuff. He's going to be the one. And this is DeLong trying to get Podesta to reach out to McCaslin. So they had that.
Exhibit 5 for TV viewers. Overhead shot. Or go to Dark Journals on Ecstasy at HD. There it is.
Fantastic. And this article now, all the way back to 2009, says memory metals are missing. This is very important because what happened was the original metals that they were trying to pass off in Roswell and saying, oh no, it was part of the scientific development we were doing, all of the records disappeared, and there were a number of FOIA requests all the way back in 2009. And then the government came out and said, oh yeah, we're going to give you the UFO file, but part of that was a ploy to get their hands back on the memory metal files. That's a very exotic technology. It comes directly out of redeveloping the UFO file, and they are vacuuming up the people who are associated with that program. McCaslin was right in the heart of it, and his assistant, Monica Reza, not only was she in the heart of it, but she had an entire patent that had been developed by the space program to get us off dependence on Russian rockets, etc. And she had developed
What's up?
Which is a special metal alloy that is beyond any kind of regular scientific reckoning for how it got developed. She's the one who put it into a patent. She did it with another person. The other person died of cancer, and then she disappeared last June. Not a trace. She left her wearables behind. She was on a hike. The guy who she was on a hike with, the two people she was on a hike with over there in Angeles Forest in California, they looked back at a certain point. She was smiling. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. They're going up the hill. They're within 20 feet of each other. Whatever it was, the way that they grabbed her, they had to grab her in a very professional hit. Without the other hikers seeing her. The other hikers go over, and they look back, and she's up there. She's disappeared. So she was the assistant from McCaslin in the project, the UFO file redevelopment project for his disappearance. This disappearance is very strange. First of all, he was retired, but he was working for a company called Blue Halo. You remember when I said it was Blue? Code name for the redevelopment of the UFO file when it gets back into corporate hands with defense contractors. They use it as a steganography, as it were. And so Blue Halo is this company now. It's very interesting. He was a top research assistant, giving them all the benefit of his knowledge of overseeing for 20 years the Roswell UFO file. And he is giving them this intel. Now, they are a lead developer in the Kombat project. This is crucial. And they're saying, look, it's not just missiles that we want to fight against. It is other anomalies. The other anomalies are the UFOs. That is the key to the defense grid that they're putting up there. $300 billion price tag to start. I mean, that's some serious money, and UFO defense grid is huge, and that's why you see these scientists getting picked on, because there is too much information on the expert side. They are covering the leaks, and they are taking care of the leakers. Now, what happens in a number of cases with these people also is the official sales of their activities when they go out. There's no way somebody from Castle's level who's been overseeing the UFO file for 2 decades goes strolling out by himself. He leaves his glasses behind, leaves his phone behind, and goes for a stroll into the Sandy Mountains. This is just not something that's going to happen to a general like that. They have tracking devices for these people for sure because of the value of the national security target. Somebody else so that they have access to all of his knowledge about the UFO thing. Here's a concern with family that 18 years ago, even low-level officers were briefed and it was no information. They were being given traditional chips and band. And now they have nanotech injections. A lot of them don't even know it. It's definitely going on. There's no question about it. I mean, people can, trace a pet who's missing. This is ridiculous. This guy is a high-level American general. He's in charge of the UFO file, the most super-secret program. And here's the thing. We wouldn't know anything about McCaslin and the UFO file if it wasn't for WikiLeaks. This is the lucky break that breaks the case, as it were.
What's crazy is he's doing stuff from like 10 years ago. It's incredible.
Exactly. That's 2016. So how
do you
far
think
back
he's
this guy
dead,
goes
or do you think They've just disappeared him so he can't be questioned, because I don't know what you think of Stephen Greer, but he was on right before this happened, and he said, I'm working with special ops connected to the Trump administration, and they're about to grab all these people. We're going to grab the file forcefully. And what do you make of that?
Yeah, well, I like the idea. Unfortunately, in Stephen's case, he's been saying that for years and years, and it's always this group is going to come forward, they're going to do anything, and then they never come forward. So I think that there's a dangle out there along the lines of the UFO file, which happens like this. You know, these insiders, and I've had them come to me and say, oh, you're on the super secret inside track. You know, this counterintelligence guy is going to give you this information about this. And what happens very often is I tell them, you know, you're going to have to come forward, and then they disappear. So what I see there is manipulation of people involved in it. So, you know, a number of researchers have a genuine intent to get this stuff out, and they'll do events and they'll do all the rest of it. But they're so honeycombed with counterintelligence people that they over and over again make false predictions or whatever it happens to be. Now, I can take to the bank that the fact that we said we identified the Blue program in 2023. Now, the government had to admit it a year later because we had put it out there, and it was starting to show up in all of these FOIA searches. And then the government said, okay, yeah, we did have the Blue program. That's true, but it was all about UFO crash retrieval, but since we never found anything, the Blue program doesn't matter. No, the Blue program is how you link this entire thing, because it's an 80-year cover-up of the highest technology and the most exotic technology. And this technology is not just something that will make a faster jet or will make, you know, we're talking about invisibility, we're talking about metamorphosis, we're talking about warp drive. I mean, this is a completely off-the-charts technology, and both parties here in the world, in terms of superpowers, Russia and America, Russia has just a highly developed UFO program as we do, although technically we're the leader. So when you find the scientific warfare that goes on between the countries, part of it that we don't see underlying all of it is the UFO file. And now Trump did a very daring thing there after Obama spooked him with this, because what happened was Obama came out and said, you know, I know aliens are real. Well, that was the first president who actually said that. But Trump was planning to come out in July with his own speech. We know about this through a number of different sources. So when he got pushed up, as we mentioned at the beginning here, he came out just before the Iran war hit, and he said, oh, we're going to release, you know, all of these files, and I'm going to have it in an executive order where all of the NGA, the NRO, and all these other people are going to have to give us the UFO file directly to the DOD. Well, this is interesting because right after that, you have McCaslin disappearing. How clearly is that related? There's no question in my mind that they grabbed McCaslin because of his level of knowledge. And I don't think he's alive any longer in the case of McCaslin, because, you know, it's been over a month, and I think he was such a nature that they can't, you know, just put him back and say, oh, he was wandering in the desert for a month. I do think in some of these cases, they will grab some of the people and give them a new identity and slip them into a new program. But I think in the case of McCaslin and his group, his working group, if you study it, and there's a new research assistant who is tied to him, her name is Melissa Cassios. She went missing 4 days after Monica Reza last June.
I mean, how obvious is this? They're all coming missing. Wow.
Exactly. And that's just the three, but they were working on that program, and that program is the one that was dealing with the memory metal. And one of the people had a patent on this memory metal. That thing comes directly out of a UFO crash. And so this is the thing that they didn't want to get out, and they went out vacuuming up the people. Now they have the team leaders involved. McCaslin is out of there, Reza is out of there, and Melissa Cassios is out of there. All three of those people. And I've been helping a publication in the UK get this information out. The guy's name is Chris Malore. It's Daily Mail. You've been seeing all these articles about it.
You got to come on for a full hour next week. I want to just get an update on this. But clearly there's a war inside the deep state over this. And I think you're saying you think Trump is on the good guy's side. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this is just so obvious. And we expect a lot more to happen. We'll talk about it next week. Daniel Liss, Dark Journalist. We'll find you at darkjournalist.com. Dark Journalist on X. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
I mean, this is Twilight Zone stuff. You're all these top people in compartmentalization. They're all the top managers, the top people. They're disappearing. Part of my newspapers. Oh, we're hiking. All of a sudden, she's gone. Oh, and this is gone. It's the key bureaucrats are disappearing. This is beyond insane. All right. We're going to go to break. I'm going to get back into Iran, back into all the angles, Shapiro. And also, should we throw the baby out with the bathwater? What do we do? How do we respond to what Trump's doing? Because while we should be trying to give that possible, finish her. This is so hard. We're only going to that here. It's going to be easy.
Aaron Black wins.
Formula Bank, remember, I'm only able to stay on here because of you and your support. And today, this Friday, March 27th, 2026 transmission is the last day. You have a baseball cap, or Ultra Red Blue, or new Lions, and better than us too. You can put in 100 entries. No, it's just very much entries in the sweepstakes. For two Ford Mustang 500 and Ford 2025 Ford. And $20,000 cash. You won't eat any more of. If you spend $1, you get 100 extra entries to win. You get a free limited edition InfoWars shirt when you subscribe to any product ends tonight. Also, every order gets a free InfoWars mystery bundle.
Like a knife will be unleashed.
And shoved up your ass sideways.
Your mockery is at an end.
Round 1. Fight.
For several years, you know, I said, they had actually probably to the brand. Zeolite Detox Defense, now available to pick up. It is incredible what it does. So, Zeolite's out there, basically, on this radio. Label. 8 grams are incorporated. So now you have the Zeolite Detox Defense. You know, so the Zeolite Detox Defense. And the Alex Jones and that's not our operations. And obviously we have the iodine that is true at time. It is we're able to hear people say it. Yes. It's extra. Same manufacturer, even better, stronger. T3 iodine, the Alex Jones Sport, and t-shirts and hats they've been producing are the best ever. They've got 7% get on the side, so probably
thank you and good night.
That's what's on the air. And be sure to subscribe to get your best VIP. Last week, Operation Artichoke deployed food vaccines.
How am I doing? Thank you and good night.
Final round. Fight.
And a 20 those people have factual or assassinations. And they didn't tell them those cancer, breast cancer, in its words. Ladies and gentlemen, disabilities because they not have this. And I mix that skills with that's leasing. There's also credit skills it's like the rest of and it's just
Johnny Cage wins. Pay your respects. Throne defended. Johnny Cage, Jason Voorhees.
Is the best. He does show me how the things will become. Stamina, energy, and the other guys will overstand energy. Get them both now. There's also a big sale as well at the Ultra Sport.
Round 1. Fight.
Don't say I never did anything for you.
His first low studies.
Your attitude sucks.
That's coming up before tomorrow. Let's go with some close I'm sure this was full warning. That's why. Now you know the please consider. They will show the future of the future. Spend that told.
Here is the thing. If you look historically, the American people actually have some patience. Our shortest world wars are longer than the current conflict. The Persian Gulf War involved 43 days of active operations.
There it is.
The Kosovo-NATO air war for 78 days, opposing Noriega in Panama. In the late 80s, that lasted for 6 weeks. And also Americans, no, we don't believe that if you're involved in military activity, you're not going to lose anybody. Because, again, if necessary military activity can only be pursued at zero cost, there's no use in having a military. That was the point of being military, is to do hard and dangerous things. That's why our military members are here too. That's because they're willing to undertake that sacrifice for a greater good. Now, Trace Park seems to be counting on its few of Americans that have been shared by pretty much all of our enemies at one time or another.
Johnny Cage.
That were weaklings that were incapable of mobilizing for victory. Hitler famously thought that America was decadent and unstable. In one private conversation, according to sort of Hitler's notes, reportedly he said, quote, "I don't see much future for the Americans. It's a decayed country. They have the racial problem, the problem of social inequalities, everything about the behavior of American society reveals that it's half Judaized, and the other half English. And this is Hitler talking. Get like that together. And during Vietnam, the Vietnam counted on the idea that Americans would get tired, that Americans would get bored. And for a while, they were right. Americans did get tired, and after a while, they were right. Americans did want it. And in Afghanistan, too, the enemies thought, okay, they could outlast the Americans. Here is to outlast the Americans, typically, requires years. Reality is that there is no way to extricate ourselves from this situation right now. There's no way to extricate ourselves from this situation by simply running away. It does not mean barrels of oil here to ground. This is a point that was made by Larry Fink over Big fan, but he's right about this.
There's a cessation of war, and yet Iran remains a threat to trade, a threat to the Straits of Hormuz. And I would argue that we could have years of above $100, closer to $150 oil.
What happens to the global economy if
Again, he's right about that. That's the point. He said it's not as though if things ended today, things would be better. 2 months or 4 months from now, with Iran still in control of the Strait of Hormuz. There's no way out but through. And here's the thing, once we get to the end of this, if the Iranian regime falls, energy will be cheap again, because the Strait of Hormuz will be free again. Not only that, you'll actually have American energy companies working with a friendly Iranian government to radically increase oil production. Or keep the price of energy down. Again, having additional military personnel and air defenses in recent weeks in preparation for a possible U.S. operation to take control of the island, according to multiple people familiar with U.S. intelligence reporting on the issue. U.S. officials and military experts say there would be significant risks involved in a ground operation, including a large number of U.S. casualties. The island has layered defenses. The Iranians have moved additional air surface to air systems known as man pads there, as well as anti-personnel and anti-armor mines around the island and on the shoreline, where troops would make an amphibious landing. Now, again, I would assume that our military planners have thought of this. We're constantly hearing about the magical defense capabilities of the Iranians, and so far, the magical defense capabilities of the Iranians appear to be putting their bodies in the way of American bombs. It's not working amazing. Caroline Levitt was talking to young voters yesterday. She said Trump is doing history, which is totally true. By the way, this is an act of political courage. I know something.
What's this? Oh, I've got power plant. Oh, what's this?
I've got Methyl Drive, the 2 ingredients in the Power Drive bundle, which is available at thealexjonesstore.com. Take them. Pure power, pure energy, raise testosterone, improve mitochondrial function, methylation genes in enzymatic processes throughout the body. Pairs perfectly, absolutely perfectly with methylene blue. These are the 2 products made to work in conjunction together with methylene blue. I made them, I developed them, high quality mineral blends, methylation blends, adaptogenic herbs, functional mushrooms, and the CoQ10, the PQQ. What you want for metabolic health and mitochondrial function. I want you to win today. I want you to succeed. Take out the enemy. Choose freedom.
Waging war on corruption. It's Alex Jones.
Final round. Fight.
We are many. You are but one.
Ermac wins. Pay your respects. Throne defended. Ermac. Cassie Cage. Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight!
Not impressed.
Final round. Fight! Cassie wins. Pay your respects. There is a new king. Kenshi. Tremor. Milena. Milena.
In the dream realm, you are reborn.
You spout nonsense.
Round one. Fight.
Again.
Round two. Fight. Melina wins. Pay your respects. Throne defended. Cassie Cage. Scorpion. Melina. Round one. Fight! two, fight! Melina wins. Pay your respects. Throne defended. Aaron Black. Cassie Cage. Round one, fight!
Coming in hot. Drop payload. Cleared hot. Strike inbound. You need an attitude adjustment.
Round two, fight!
Coming in hot. Cleared hot. Target painted. Drop payload.
Final round, fight!
Strike inbound. Target marked. Inbound. Coming in hot.
Finish her! Aaron Black wins. Pay your respects. There is a new king. Aaron Black. Liu Kang. Liu Kang.
Hey.
Are you loyal to anyone?
I'm adaptable.
Those you betray see it differently.
Round 1. Fight!
Go. Go, go, go. Dude, think like fuck. Fuck out of here.
You will not be remembered.
Round 2. Fight!
Stop bleeding, stand up.
Final round. Fight! Finish him! Liu Kang wins. Pay your respects. There is a new king. Liu Kang. Cassie Cage.
Liu Kang.
You enter the dragon's lair.
Wow. Dork alert.
Round 1. Fight!
Ding dong. You need an attitude adjustment.
Round 2. Fight!
There.
wins. Pay your respects. There is a new king. Aaron Black. Cassie King.
Move along.
Round 1. Fight!
Coming in hot. Drop payload. Target marked. Cleared hot. Strike inbound.
Happiness is a warm gun.
Round 2. Fight!
Drop payload. Strike inbound. Cleared hot.
Too little, too late.
Not impressed.
Final round. Fight!
It's just gonna get worse.
I'm just too fast.
Finish her! Aaron Black wins. Pay your respects. There is a new king.
Hi.
Jax. Aaron Black. Let's go. The Outworld. Round 1. Fight!
sends his regards.
Round 2. Fight!
A gun is the...
Think you're bad? You ain't bad. You're gonna feel that for days. Final round. Fight.
Happiness is a warm gun.
Brutality.
You enjoy that one?
Aaron Black wins.
I warned you.
Pay your respects. Throne defended. Quan Chi, Aaron Black. Round 1. Fight!
Happiness is a gun is the best defense. Now get out of town.
Round 2. Fight!
Your resistance puzzles your death approaches.
Final round. Fight!
little too late.
Finish him! Aaron Black wins. Pay your respects. Throne defended. Aaron Black. Leatherface. Round one, fight!
Calm yourself.
Round two, fight!
A gun is the best defense. Too little, too late.
Final round, fight! Brutality.
You enjoy that one?
Aaron Black wins. Pay your respects. Throne defended.
No, yeah.
Jax. Jax. Aaron Black. Round one, fight.
Smell the gun.
Still got it.
Round two, fight.
How you like that? Think you're bad? You ain't bad.
Gotcha.
Happiness is a warm guy. The gun is the best of us.
Aaron Black wins. Pay your respects. Throne defended. King Aaron Black. Aaron Black. Aaron Black. Round one, fight.
Smell the gun. Too little, too late. Gun is the best of us.
Fight!
Calm yourself. Happiness is
Finish him! Aaron Black wins. Pay your respects. Throne defended. Aaron Black. Katana.
the fallen princess.
The wandering fool.
Introduction's complete. Let's go.
Round 1. Fight!
Happiness is a warm place.
Round 2. Fight!
I warned you. Now get out of town.
Final round. Fight! Finish him! Kitana wins. Pay your respects. There is a new king. Banshee. Katana.
Your sword contains ghosts?
My warrior ancestors.
I probably killed some of them.
Round 1. Fight.
Battle and I are one.
Round 2. Fight. Boraicho. Katana. Katana. Round 1. Fight! Round 2. Fight! Final round. Fight! Finish her!
Kombat!
Boraicho wins. Pay your respects. Throne defended. Boraicho. Katana.
Liden does not deserve your anger.
That is for me to decide.
Your decision could mean war.
Round 1. Fight!
Hindering me.
Round 2. Fight! wins. Pay your respects. There is a new king. Katana for Raicho. Round 1, fight.
Too much right wine?
Round 2, fight.
Kombat!
Boraicho wins. Pay your respect.